Hi everyone, I'm Mark with Artisan Restoration, and I'm looking at a barn project I did probably 4 or 5 years ago. We took it down in Good Thunder and brought it over here by St. Peter and put it together, and it's pretty incredible. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Well, originally the roof was a little different. It didn't have those dormers on there, and it wasn't a gambrel roof. It was actually just a regular gable roof, and the owner had a gambrel barn in his mind, and we couldn't find one in good shape. So anyway, we did this, and it worked out just fine. So we've got this deck here, which has no posts underneath it. It kind of hangs off the building, the way a lot of the new decks do on the apartment buildings. And over here on this side, we've got kind of a little chicken coop, or whatever you want to call it. Little building that houses all the heating and air conditioning stuff and hides it pretty nice. So anyway, let's go inside and see what the inside looks like. So we got a kitchen going in here, and hi Bart.
Hello there.
Oh, and you got the bathroom done. All right. We use all the old barn wood from the barn. We put it on the inside of the building and turned it around backwards. And we had enough to do the main floor, walls, and then for the roof, we had to get some more. And we actually bought some new material and put it up there. Fireplace here with that I made the mantle for, with these wedges in here. The rings are so close together, I don't think I can even count them. Well, that's old growth material. Over in here, we've got the mechanical room with radiant in-floor heat, and also the water heater. And this is actually an old door that was in the barn that we salvaged and made into this door. The concrete floor was actually ground down to kind of give it a, I don't know, kind of a rustic appearance, if you will. And one of the major modifications we made was we took out one of the vents. These vents are 12 feet on center, and it didn't need that much loft space. So we contacted an engineer I know in Mankato, and we told him what we wanted to accomplish, and taking out one of these vents and creating an open vaulted area. So anyway, we did that with the help of some solid timbers that I got. It's kind of a, I don't know, I kind of call it a scissors truss, but Inside here, we've got actually some glue lamb timbers, which the engineer found was a lot easier to do the strength calculations for, instead of these old barn timbers. So anyway, we wrapped the glue lamb timbers with some material that I had on hand, 3x12 timbers, which hides them pretty nice. And all the old rafters were put inside the building. We'll go up there later, otherwise we'll get a stiff neck. But anyway, in order to reinforce this end here, because there wasn't a floor attached, we had to put these angled members in there, and we bolted them in using some plate steel, just like we used plate steel to fasten these big timbers together down here. And I hated to use new material and paint it black, so anyway, we made them so they got rusty. And we'll do a little bit more. And we got 5/8 rods here for the balusters, and these 4x12s came to me from a friend in the demolition business who brings them over to my house, and we work out a deal, and they get reclaimed. So we use those for the handrails and everything. Up here, this is some of the original flooring that was in the barn, and some of it, well, I'd say all of it, shrunk pretty good. We pressure washed it and got it all wet, and should have put it in the kiln to dry it out. But anyhow, when we converted the barn to the gambrel roof, we had to replace all these posts here with longer ones, and most of the rafters up here are original, but we did cut some out of some other material. These here got a freshly cut face on the bottom side, and then we got the hay track, original hay track in there, and those are the original rafters up on top there. Those were long enough to be reused, but when we changed the roof design, we had to replace all the rafters down below here. And then we got this new material, which came from a mill up by Poposky, and it was air dried, and they had marks on the wood from the stickers, where you could see a little shadow line from each of them, and down here you could see some of them. We buffed them out as best we could, and then we stained the wood to two reasons: to hide those sticker marks, and also make it match the lower reclaimed material. So anyhow, it's come together really, really well. Here's the hanging deck out here with no posts on it. So this is an old bar that he bought from a guy up by Buffalo, I think. And then he's got his shuffleboard table and his Brunswick pool table down below. So anyway, we've got a lady visiting us here today who's interested in buying a barn, and Bart just happens to have an extra one sitting around here, so we're gonna go take a look at that after we get done looking here. So anyhow, thanks for watching, folks.